Movie review. That's right. We're talking about Triangle, motherfucker. All right. So this is a horror movie. It's scary. It's horror. But it's got a twist in that it kind of deals with time travel, time loops, anomalies, that kind of stuff. I love time travel. I love traveling. I love loops. I love horror. This is my kind of fucking movie. So I love everything involved, okay? This is Triangle. So it's horror. It's a slasher movie. It's like, or like, there's blood everywhere. Right, people are getting thrown off of fucking boats. They're fucking goddamn drowning. Right, they're getting shot with shotguns. They're getting stabbed with fucking things that are on the wall. There's axes, like, right, there's like car crashes. There's like, right, they're going crazy in this movie. So it's a horror movie. It's a slasher. It's a horror slasher. But it's also got the unique twist of time travel. There's time loops going on. So let me go in. So again, I'm a fan of all the materials, all the subject matter involved. So this is great. So, so the movie starts off with a parent that has I guess an autistic kid or something. I don't know. But it's one of those movies. When did this movie come out? Like 2009 or something, right? So people didn't know what the fuck autism was in 2009. So they, an autistic kid basically means that they're in 2009, autistic meant you are bedridden, you're crazy, you go woo all the time. People didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. So interpretations of autism in movies is kind of, it's a little ableist, and it's honestly kind of gross. But anyway, let's ignore that. Let's try to shove that under the rug, right? I'm triggered. But anyway, so this mother has an autistic child or whatever, someone that, she should be, more attentive to, but she's not, spoiler alert. Anyway, so she goes with her friends on a boat ride. She needs just to get away from it all, just to really get away from it all, just to really kind of just, get the hair flowing in the wind, woo, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so they're on the boat, they're doing a boat ride. And I guess that they end up in the Bermuda Triangle or something. I think that that's the idea with the movie Triangle, Bermuda Triangle. Whoa, creepy stuff. Anyway, so a storm happens that flips their boat over. They almost all die. One of them does die on the boat ride. I kept thinking that they would come back later on, aha, I did the whole thing. But no, they didn't. Unfortunately, that would have been good. But anyway, so then a ghost ship kind of arrives, just floats on through, and they get on a ghost ship. So I was watching this movie, right? And the initial segment is the first third of the movie, and then we get to the loops. And the loops are great. Now, again, if you love loops, if you love time travel, watch this movie. It's just fun. It's enjoyable. Don't take it too seriously. But, and so anyway, so what happens is they walk through the boat. No one's there, right? A bunch of weird stuff happens. All of a sudden, a couple people die. There's someone with a sack tied on their head, to hide their face, shooting people with a shotgun. Eventually, the final character alive, Jess, the main character, the one with the autistic child, fights the one with the sack on their head, and then eventually realizes, she's the last one on the boat. She kills the killer. She kills everyone else, or everyone else died by the killer. And so, and then she looks off the side of the boat. She's thinking, oh, I guess it's over. I guess the movie's over. And so she's looking off the boat. What does she see? She sees her and her friends stranded in the ocean from the shipwreck that occurred earlier in the film. And then that's when the loops start. That's when the fucking loops start. It's great. So then she realizes that she was the killer with the sack on her head, right? And she's under the impression that she needs to kill everyone to keep the loops, in order to reset the loop. She feels the need that she has to kill everyone in order to reset the loop. And so if she kills everyone and then resets the loop and then does it in a right way, she'll eventually escape the loop, right? So then she does that. She does just that. She escapes the loop, right? She wakes up on shore. She falls off or whatever, wakes up on shore, escapes the loop. She did it, right? I'm thinking to myself, wow, this movie, pretty fun. It's a slasher movie, except it kills the same people over and over, so it's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of twists. There's the loops. I love loops. I love time travel. It's super cool. And then, okay, so she won. So she goes back home. Then you find out. Then there's, this movie has, fucking Like the thing at the top, the at the poster, it will twist you and terrify you over and over. There's like 15 twists in this movie, right? It keeps looping and looping and looping, and when you think the loop stop, it loops the fuck again. It loops like a fucking, like like a loop de loop, loops. And so it loops, and then so she escapes the loop theoretically, goes to her child, and tries to drive away from the loop essentially, and eventually she gets into a car wreck. Then she, or like before the car wreck, so she like is driving on the highway. A bird flies into her windshield, and she goes to bury the body of the bird, and as she does so, she sees that where she is just walking over to bury the body of the bird, there's like 8 more birds right there. Then she's like, oh fuck, I'm looping, I'm still looping. She strapped the fuck in for a fucking another loop sesh, right? So she's still looping. She gets back in the car. She's freaked out because she knows she's still in the loop. So she tries to just drive really far to outrun the loop. Then, boom, she gets in a car wreck, kills her kid. Yeah, that's right. She kills her fucking kid. And then, right, she just escapes the scene, right? Because, oh, by the way, she had another body. One of her bodies was in the trunk from a previous loop. She killed another version of herself at some point. A little spoiler alert. Anyway, so then she finds out, oh, fuck, I gotta go reset the loop. So then she goes back to the harbor thinking, I'm gonna go, like, get on a boat and then fly out to, or, like, sail out to Bermuda, see if I can strap in for another loop sesh, right? And then she realizes, oh, fuck! Her friends are getting ready to board the boat. Her friends are right there. The loop's already started. She's strapped the fuck in for a loop sesh. It's great. I love this movie. It was really good. I love horror movies, right? I love time travel. I love loops, right? Now, again, if you try to, like, logic this movie, it doesn't make any sense. Like, let's be honest. There's a lot of plot holes. It doesn't make sense as a time. Like, we all know that. Who cares? I'm going to say who cares, right? If you're watching a horror movie with time travel and you're like, oh, does the time travel make perfect sense? Can I turn this into a math equation? I mean, I think you're missing it a little bit. Would I have preferred if the time travel was perfect? Maybe. But you know what? Whatever. It's all good. It's, in my opinion, they were making a horror movie and they were like, oh, what if we added loops to it to be cool, right? So, you know what? Don't take this one too seriously. If you like time travel movies, don't take it too seriously. If you like horror movies, then this is, in my opinion, a good horror movie. It's a good slasher movie. And it'll make you think along the way. I think it's pretty decent. So I endorse it. It's endorsed. Triangle, go check it out. It's a horror film. It's as I said, so go check it out. Boom. Movie review over. We're about to enter the Q-Cock portion of the program. Got some Q-Cock here. Primer is the best time travel ever in 12 Monkeys. Primer is fantastic. I watched Primer on shrooms once, and oh, wowie, very good.